Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, well, we are saying goodbye to the Jeep. Gordon will be here shortly to pick it up and get this out of my life, because we just brought this home. This is our new, to me, 2004 Cadillac Escalade ESV. It's got the 6.0 LS. It runs okay. Probably needs a tune-up. Let's take a look in the back here. We got standard torn seats. Jumper cables. I had to jump it to start it. We got stuff as usual. This switch is down in there. This wood is missing. A little thing there, I don't really care about that. Window regulator. She said this one needs a window regulator, and so does the passenger front. So let's get over there, take a look at that. Or let's not, because it's locked. I did notice this. The hood is sitting up on both sides, actually. So don't know quite what to do about that yet. Maybe just leave it, because it doesn't really affect anything. But let's go back to the other side, because I noticed one thing over here. We need a center cap, so I'll have to order that. I noticed this piece here is loose, so instead of replacing it, I'll probably just try to put a little bit of silicone or something on there and pop it on there just to hold it on, because it's not that big of a deal. We got mismatched tires. Goodyear Wrangler on the front. Fusion back here. This was low, and you could tell it was sitting down in the dirt. We had to pump that up before we could drive it back. And we've got a Fusion over here and a BFG up front. That one needs to be replaced. So you know what that means. Probably new tires all the way around. Unless... those actually got some decent meat on them yet. We might just do used tires. Or just that one front anyway. Alright, what is going on with all these being locked? Okay, this door, missing a little reflector. Once again, missing the wood. The handle, more junk. The headliner is missing one of the vents, as you can see. I think we had the back open before. Why is it not opening now? Okay, now I unlocked it. Am I missing something? Or is that broke? That might be broke. Great. I thought this would open the hatch. No, it doesn't. Third brake light is missing. I did know that, but I didn't know this was all cracked. So I may have to get this whole cover. The third brake light just screws in. Oh, there, and there, but we may need that whole cover. Okay, well now I'm confused as to why. If it's broke, that's gonna be a pain in the butt to fix. Okay, this piece actually has the wood. That's the only door that does. That's loose. I don't know if there's a clip that's supposed to be in there that's out. We do have the reflector. In here, it is dirty, nasty, as usual. The center console has a bunch of masks in it. There's the paperwork. There's my Easy Pass, which I won't need. I think the clock works. glove box. Oh, got a bunch of junk in the glove box. We'll have to go through that. You'll see that, I'm sure. Sorry about all this walking around. It is the ESV. And this seat's trashed, as you would expect. And I think it's wired backwards because when I go back, it moves forwards. Front goes backwards. The recline does work. Can't tell if it goes up and down. Inside. Service ride control and service tire monitor. So we'll be scanning that, see what's going on with that. Radio? Never even tried it. Okay, radio works. How do I tune this thing? Oh, it's just going nuts. Ah! No! Okay, I can't figure this out. How in the world do you do this? This? Why are you not... Okay, it's got an antenna. I don't know why it just keeps right on going. Anyway, so that's that. I seriously doubt the AC works. Oh, I know what about the AC. The blend doors don't work, so it never comes out of here. It always stays up in the defrost. So we got that going for us. I think it's cool. I don't think it's cold. I don't even know if I'd call it cool. But at least it blows. Yep, they dim. Oh, that's weird. Okay, the dimmer now decides it doesn't want to work. Oh, there it goes. Okay, something's weird with that. But that's that. This is off. Once again, probably clips. I don't know. I've never had a Cadillac, so... I guess... Do we try the sunroof? Do we dare try the sunroof? Oh, it opens up. Closes. Oh, it does open. Okay, sunroof works. Auto open, not auto close. That was kind of surprising. Yep, those work. Okay. Oh man, it's got pine needles all up in there. Oh, yuck. All right, let me play around with this radio a little bit, and then let's see where I can park this thing. I'm not sure the battery's good. Because when I turn it off, I think let's see if it starts again. Okay, it started. Alright, let me play around and we'll be back when we actually do something. Disaster number one. We got something smoking. Can't be having that. Oh my gosh, what was that all about? Whew, those wires are hot. Is that my OBD2 connection? Oh, it sure looks like it. What in the world? Oh, what is going on with this? It almost looks like someone shorted 2 pins together or something. Oh, we'll have to figure that out. No. Ah. Okay. Well, now the whole truck smells like smoke. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep pulling stuff out of here. Okay, on to more pedestrian stuff. Just flipped up the back seat. It looks like we've got... Is this the compressor too? Well, yes it is. We were looking for that. Not that in particular, what we were hoping we didn't need one. And we got more junk. Alright. So, not a whole lot interesting in here. In the back we got some Dexron. And we need to figure out how to get that back open. I swear I had it open before. And for some reason I can't get it open. It better not be broke. Alright, let's get back in here and get to some more cleaning. Well, I was able to get the 3rd row up. And I got that mostly cleaned out. Except for vacuuming. Some interesting stuff. Not really, just junk. Some cool stuff in there. Some stuff we might need. And only 3 little bags of trash, so not too bad. I did climb in the back. That's got to be vacuumed out. And then, yeah, that'll be for some other time. But right now, I'm going to investigate that. Well, I'm going to take the trash down. And then I'm going to investigate the... why am I walking away? I got the flashlight right here. The smoking port, not USB, the you know, the OBD2 port. Jeez, I can't even think today. Alright, I just got back from the junkyard, and we'll do the important thing here. There we go. Switch replaced. Now, next thing is this window switch here. I got a whole new switch. So I'm going to try to pull that up and pop this one in there, and this should stay. And then we'll have at least a window switch in here. I'm going to clean this up a little bit first. And I believe this one needs a window regulator. So we'll have to be replacing that. Maybe I'll be able to pull this up. Maybe I won't. Alright, well, let me dig around in here, see if I can get this out of here. Okay, so one of the other things we got while we were there is a new OBD2 port. So I got the wires stripped. I'm going to go ahead and tin those, get those ready to go on. The other side's stripped as well. So we'll tin those, we'll throw these together, tape them up, and then hopefully we'll have a working OBD2 port again. Oh, I can't believe I didn't set something down. My knees are going to be killing me. They are not going to be happy. Let's check these out here. So one's a ground, one's a signal ground, one's a signal, and one is something else. Don't know, don't care, I just know there's 4 pins, and that's what we need, is 4 pins. So you may remember earlier in the video when it was, the OBD2 port was smoking. This wire here was tapped into a fuse and run here, and it started shorting out, and that's what caused all our issues before. So hopefully we won't have those issues now. Let's be able to throw this together. Get these wires all nice and tinned. Okay, tin these real quick. Throw some solder on the floor, why not? Throw some more on the floor. Okay, let's see if we can stick these together now. Purple to purple. Give a little bend here. This is always the hard part right here. Wait till it goes dull. Let's make sure we hook the right ones up to the right ones. That'd be nice. Give it a little pull, make sure they're going to stay together. Some people just butt connect these together. I don't like using those connectors. I'd rather solder it. Back to my Navy days, maybe. I don't know. I like stuff soldered. I don't like just butt crimping stuff together. Well, that's pretty ugly. What's going on with this? Okay, there we go. All 4 wires are hooked up. We are done with this evolution. I'll throw some tape on there. We'll mount that back up there, and hopefully we will be done with the OBD2 connection. Okay, we've got the OBD2 port installed, and unfortunately there's no power to it. So with that, we're gonna get the owner's manual out, look in the fuse box, and see if we can find a blown fuse. Hopefully that's it. Alright, well, the fuse for the OBD2 port was blown. That is this one right here, 15 ampere. I think it's supposed to be a... Nope, it says 15. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be a 10. But, got that on there. And this thing is not very happy. I just ran the scanner. And we've got, probably won't be able to read it, 3 ABS, 2 SRS, 5 body control, 1 OnStar fault, 10 driver seat module faults, 3 HVAC faults, 1 CD changer fault, 3 rear seat entertainment faults, 2 rear auxiliary climate control faults, 3 vehicle stability enhancement faults, and 2 electronic suspension control faults. Wow. So the only thing I saw up here was the service StabiliTrak or something like that, and I don't know, let's start up. They are service ride control, oh, okay. Well, it said service tire pressure before. Take a listen. I think we got a bad clutch fan. Hear that like whining noise when it revs up? So Okay, let's take a look at these faults. Yeah, let's see if we can figure something out. Okay, so after all that, we're down to 2 codes. HVAC, we are looking at... Oh, what are we looking at? Wow, 3 codes there. Airflow control 6, temperature control 2, and recirc position... Okay, I know we got one blend door for sure that's not working because all I have is defrost. So we'll probably go through and try to test those individually, see if we can get them to work. And electronic suspension control, we're gonna have CO660 level control exhaust valve circuit malfunction. Okay, so maybe that's unplugged, maybe it's got a bad solenoid, who knows. We'll take a look at that, and that is it. So it went from a bunch of codes down to 4. We'll take that all day. All right, let me see if I can do some testing on these blend doors. We'll see if they actually work. Well, I didn't know that was going to work. I reset the HVAC, and now I got air blowing out up here. And we're down to 1 code, B0229, if it'll focus on it. Probably not. Which is the recirc position feedback circuit range performance. Well, interesting discovery there. I just crawled out and there's no belt on the AC. The compressor is free, but there's no belt. So we're gonna have to go get a belt for the AC. But first, what I need to do, I just got grease all over, is after I get cleaned up, I need to go way in the back, see if I can get this hatch open. I'm hoping it's not a broken handle. Because it doesn't do a darn thing. So we'll see. Oh, and this third brake light is being a pain to get. I've seen a couple on eBay and they've been, you know, they've got brakes and stuff like that. I was just in the junkyard looking at 4 of these. None of them had the third brake light, so it must be a common failure. So we'll keep looking around. Hopefully we'll find one. Okay, so we have no AC. And came under here. I'm going to get something to clean these lines off because they're gross. But I was going to throw a belt on it. And I was at the AutoZone and I was talking to Matt. And we agreed that since it's got so many miles on it, we better just replace the tensioner too. So, go up here. And it is crunchy. And it looks like there's only 1 bolt in it. That bolt on the far side looks like it's missing. So we may have to do something creative here. We got the old tensioner out. Oh, there's a spot. Oh, can't turn it no more. All right, that is dead. We'll put our new one in and keep going. All right, so we had it together, and then the wheel on the tensioner was hitting the head of this because this was an exhaust stud, so it had part of the stud sticking out here. So we just took the death wheel, cut that off. Now we'll throw this bolt back in there, and hopefully the roller for the tensioner will not hit this bolt, and we will be good to go. However, if you take a look at this, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not, but this tensioner right here is so loose that when you put the belt on, it doesn't go back all the way. So I got a feeling we're going to have to replace that tensioner as well. Yay, as well as maybe the clutch fan, because the clutch fan makes noise. Oh, and the serpentine belt, because that's kind of nasty looking. All right, well, we know that the AC doesn't work. Compressor never turned on, which means usually that there's no freon in the system. I did push the core of the low side for the Schrader valve, and nothing came out, so we're pretty positive that that's an issue. So what we're going to do now, we're going to hook the pump back up, and let me show you what's going on here real quick. So you turn the pump on to vacuum it out. Right, and that should go down to 0 as it applies a vacuum, and it's not. But you should be able to see the steam coming off of there. When you put water at a vacuum, it boils at a much lower temperature. So you can tell this system is full of water, condensation, whatever. So we're going to let this run until it goes clear. And then we'll check it out. If we look at the gauge, when we turn it off, the gauge moves back up. So there's definitely a leak somewhere on the low side. And first thing I'm going to do is replace that core for the Schrader valve, because those usually are what goes bad. So let's do that first, and then we'll come back. Okay, I am not a detailer. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But take a look. I don't know what you're going to be able to see. We got some stuff on the speaker grill. This stuff here, you kind of see how nasty that is. So let me get the steam. Oh, up here, yeah, someone decided to draw on the headrest. So we'll get some APC and some steam, and we'll give her a shot, see what we can do. Okay, you guys got to see this. I'm sure you've seen this kind of stuff before. Ugh, look at that. Ugh. Alright, so we'll get that clean. Door sill came out fantastic. We got rid of the writing on the seat. So all in all, looking pretty good. So believe it or not, the front actually looks really good. Now let's take a look in the back here. You can see the staining and everything back here. This is really bad back here. So what we're going to do is same thing, hit it with some APC, some steam, get it nice and clean. And then the carpet I'm not too worried about. I'm going to pull the seats out and we'll give them a deep shampoo. They need to be re-dyed, but you know, that's not going to happen. Unless I decide to keep this thing, which I really don't see happening. Did I mention that the whole reason that this thing would not open again is because when you go to drive and take off, it locks, and when you hit the unlock button, it's supposed to do that, and it does nothing. So I think this little actuator is bad. And yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get that out. Maybe take the whole plate off and it bolts in from the other side. I don't know. All right, let's take a look inside, see what it looks like now. So much cleaner. You should see the cup holders. The cup holders look brand new now. Same thing over here. Everything looks all nice. Now we need some 303 protectant. We'll throw in there and get all the plastics nice and protected. And then yeah, other things here and there. But looking so much better. I think the first thing we need to do is we need to go see if we can get this lock for the hatch. I've already got the hatch struts and the glass struts on order. They will be here Wednesday, which is in 2 days. So I can't wait for those to get here. Oh, something I wanted to mention that I just found out, and probably everybody else knows already, but when I was steam cleaning this, I hit the weather stripping, and boy does it take everything off the weather stripping. That looks real nice. So I've got some Shin-Etsu grease, and I'll put it on the seal there, and that'll make that all nice and soft and supple again. And yeah, check out my 4x4 hatch holder. Okay, that's it for this. We're going to get to work and do some more stuff. Well, you guys are going to love this. So this is the part I need, right? Goes in there. And go to the junkyard. And I left my Torx tool and my 10mm socket. So I had to use a wrench, and I got the whole thing out. And from there, I'm gonna go up by her just like this. Yeah. So now I can either take this off and put it on there, or I can take those cables off and swap the whole unit, which is the way I think I'm going to do it. Well, it's back in, and that did not change a thing. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to leave this disconnected, and it should never lock again. And we will probably dive into that some more later. Maybe take some voltage readings here, see what's going on. But yeah, same thing. Doesn't lock, or doesn't unlock, but it will lock. So we'll just leave that disconnected, and we'll be good enough for today. Okay, well, we're trying to clean up the console area. If you look down there, there's all kinds of crap down there. So we are going to take this part of the console out, which means you got to take this part of the console out. And that's kind of dirty in there too, disgusting. So we'll clean that up as well. And then we'll throw this back together once it's all nice and clean. But yeah, pretty disgusting. Bank of America receipt down in there somewhere. So there's a bunch of crap under here. We'll get it all out, and then yeah, we'll be back when we start steam cleaning. Yeah, so you guys that do this all the time are probably like, why don't you just take the cover off? Yeah, why don't you just take the cover off? Okay. So now this is gonna pop right up. Or it should anyway. This side popped right up. And yeah, let's work on getting this stuff out of here. Okay, this is tearing me up pretty good. But I think we broke the console, but we got it out. You can see all the junk that's in here. Way down there's papers. We already got all that much out just by reaching through that little bitty hole right there. And that's what cut me up. So we're gonna clean all that out. Probably bring that in the house and clean it after we steam it some more. And that needs to be cleaned, of course. So we'll do all this, put it back together, and we'll see how broke it is. Hopefully it's not broke too bad. And if you were here, you'd be listening to Far Behind by Candlebox, who I saw at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago. All right, well, it's dark, as you can see. It's like 4:30 in the morning, and I wanted to come out here. You know, the AC would not pull a vacuum, so I threw some dye in there. I did it a little unconventional. I took out the core for the Schrader valve and I poured dye in there, and I had it running, and I started throwing some refrigerant in it just to check, see if the compressor would kick on. And I found something interesting that, if I can grab my stool. Alright, so check this out. This is going to be a real easy leak to find. Start throwing pressure in, and you can probably hear it. It's leaking right out of the compressor. So I believe we've got a bad compressor. It's either that or it's those O-rings. So I'm going to shoot a little bit more in there. Hopefully we'll get some dye in there and check. But it looks like it's probably going to be compressor time for this Escalade. I'll come back if I find anything, but I got a feeling it's going to be the whole compressor. So I noticed when I put my hand down here, I could hear the noise change. So I'm going to replace these O-rings first. It's kind of a pain to get to, but I mean, overall not bad. So you can't even see what I'm doing, because I got that thing in the way. But here's one coming up right now. And it looks like there is no O-ring. Are you serious? Right? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, let me stop the camera recording right in the middle. Right here. There's no O-ring on there. And it's not down there in the compressor either. Could that have been our whole problem? No O-ring? Seriously? What about this one? Come here. Yeah, that one's got an O-ring. Alright, well, let's try that. Let's just try throwing an O-ring in it. So I put an O-ring on there, and then I looked at the other side, and this has got a flat seal. So GM compressors use the flat seals, and I don't have any, so I'm going to have to wait till the parts store opens up so I can go get some. Okay, well, it's daylight. Went to the store, got this Samtech MT2741, which definitely has the right stuff in it. So let us open this, and here's one of our old ones. We'll just throw that thing away, and let's get some seals on here, get these two lines back in. No, you still can't see anything down there, of course, but let's do this and see if we can pull a vacuum. Alright, so I just tried recording and got a phone call right in the middle, so let's try this again. Stuff is on, things are hooked up. Let's see if we can pull a vacuum on this thing. You're gonna watch with me because I haven't tried it yet. Alright, so we turn our vacuum pump on. These are open. Nope, now they are. Oh wow, look at that. It went all the way past 30. And it's staying there. We couldn't do that before. So let's open these up down here. Oh, there we go. And we're still not going to be able to do that. Okay, maybe it'll finish pumping down. We'll let it go for a while. Still getting a little steam out of the pump. Oh yeah, it's going. We're pulling it. I forgot this is a big AC system. So let's let that run for a while. And then we'll, actually, no, let's just shut it off now and see what we do. Okay, well if there's a leak, it's a whole lot smaller than it was. Yeah, well, I think it does still have a tiny leak. Alright, so we'll pump it down. And then we'll put some more dye in it. And try to throw some more refrigerant in it. Okay, for those that were wondering, change report for the Escalade. We got the Sacagawea $1, which I'm definitely not going to spend. Just hang on to that. 1, 2, 3, and 92 cents. Not bad a haul. $3.92. We will take it. Oh, and 2 stamps. Those are always increasing in value. And then we got, you know, the stuff down there, the jumper cables, crowbar and hammer. I don't know what we're gonna do with those, but anyway, that's your change report. Well, I normally don't like to do this, but we're gonna have to end the video here. I put all the parts together and it was almost 2 hours, and nobody wants to watch me for 2 hours. So we're gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna clean up this pigsty of a workbench because, yeah, just because of stuff. So I'm gonna do that. You guys take it easy. Keep the wheels down and keep your wrenches in motion.